Miami-Dade County, under the leadership of Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, is moving swiftly to expand COVID-19 vaccine distribution to protect our community and move our economy forward. Vaccine supplies are currently extremely limited, and as the state provides more vaccines to the county, we are working hard to distribute them as fast as possible. Register for vaccine updates and get more information at miamidade.gov/vaccine. Get vaccinated, Miami-Dade County. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community.
Hello and welcome in WDNA 88.9 FM, Serious Jazz here on this fine, rainy Thursday morning. I'm your host, Philip Capuzzi, stepping in for the incredible Marcello Corelli as he moves on to study at USC after graduating this past year. And he himself stepping in for the incredible Chuck Bergeron, the bass professor at the highly acclaimed Frost School of Music. So with that, I welcome you into the broadcast for this morning. We're here live and direct from the WDNA Jazz Gallery, and I'm very pleased to be able to listen to and share some of the story of Makayla Forgione, incredible vocalist, writer, and teacher here that I believe came to Miami by way of Palm Beach. And she's been sharing her talents with all of us here for the past 4 years. And she's alongside Tim Watson on guitar, Chris Seagraves on bass, and Brahm Masla on drums here this morning. All four of them having graduated from the school recently. So we'll get into a little discussion about that a little bit later on in the program, but I just wanted to start with some music. So without further ado, they're going to start the set with Freight Train. And once again, this is WDNA 88.9 FM, the Frost Jazz Hour. And I'm your host, Philip Capuzzi. Hope you enjoy the program. You're listening to Makayla Forgione live and direct here on WDNA 88.9 FM, also being simulcast on WVUM 90.5, alongside Tim Watson, Chris Seagraves, and Brahm Masla on guitar, bass, and drums, respectively. So without further ado, let's step back into the music.
Slow, strong, sure. You color your world without fear. Small, soft, forgiving. You give me a new way of living. Safe and sound, wrapped up in you and I. All the thoughts that scare me away disappear with you. Our hearts are slightly broken in different places. We run out of words until the tears trace our faces. And you remind me where my voice is. And we mend, we're mending. We mend, you and me. And we're mending. You mend me. up and you and I. Nothing can hurt you anymore. Pinky promise you won't let me go. I know our hearts are slightly broken in different places. We run out of words until the tears trace our faces. And you always remind me where my voice is. And we're mending, we mend, you and me, we're mending. Thank you.
Wow, incredibly beautiful stuff. Yeah, thank you so much for coming by to share your music and your story. Just to remind the listeners and the audience as well on YouTube and livestream.com, you're listening to Makayla Forgione and her beautiful quartet alongside Tim Watson on guitar, Chris Seagraves on bass, and Brahm Masla on drums. So, Makayla, before we get into the next song from your incredible set list, I'm just curious, coming from Palm Beach, being involved in music, I believe, for a little bit over a decade now, maybe longer. I'm just curious, what's your background? What kind of drew you to the music initially? And then what made you stay? And then what made you come here?
Wow. Well, I've done music my whole life. My parents are musicians. So they've always kind of instilled that in me. And I started choir when I was in 3rd grade, and I just fell in love with it. And and then I ended up going to a middle school and high school of the arts, which I'm really, really grateful that I got to experience. And in high school, I got exposed to jazz and started learning everything about that, and now I'm here. So.
Yeah, incredible stuff. Yeah, really an unbelievable voice. I'm always so blown away by your your affect when you perform. It's
Thank you.
Incredibly beautiful. So I'm also curious, how did you come to choose this set list? And then also these musicians, Tim, Chris, and Brahm, I know you guys have been friends for quite a while now, and you've been, exploring different music together. So I guess if you could just kind of speak on, why you connected with them, and how it's developed over the course of the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, these three are some of my closest friends, and it's really an amazing experience when you get to experience people musically as well as their person. So I think that's a really special thing, and they each have their own individual artistry, and I just love the way that their playing makes me feel, and I love experiencing their playing, getting to make music with them. It's just really awesome. I love all of them very much. What was the other question? The set list.
Set list, yeah.
Because I've been doing music for so long, I've gotten to kind of delve into a bunch of different styles. So now when I do set lists or when I do any performances, I like to try to combine all of those things. So there's some originals in here, there's some like R&B soul things, there's some swingy stuff. So I just try to combine like all of the things I love about the different genres of music that I sing.
Awesome. Yeah, and that really comes across too. And I think that's something that Frost does a really good job of imparting on the different students, and people come through the school. Thanks so much for sharing that with me. Really interesting. Let's get back into the music. I think you were going to play Why You Never next.
Yes.
Cool.
So this is a duo tune, me and Chris. And this is actually a tune that my cousin, Ariana Hall, wrote. She's an alum from the Frost Jazz vocal program as well. So yeah, this is called Why You Never Made It Good. I wanna follow you, but in different ways. My good girl smile clashes with your mental maze. In all of these years I've known you, I've never understood why you never made it good. My feelings tortured me till I lost control. You took advantage of my lonely soul. And here we are, and I only wish you would just this once make it good. That night when you kissed me in that sweaty field, you were so sweet and tender. Oh, but now I think I know you for real. For real. I wanna follow you, but in different ways. My good girl smile clashes with your mental maze. In all of these years I've known you, I've never understood why you never made it good. Whoa. Oh, no, no. Kiss me in that sweaty field. You were so sweet and tender. Oh, but now I think I know you for real. For your mental maze. In all of these years I've known you, I've never understood why you never made it good. Why you never made it good. Why you never
Incredible, yeah. Makayla Forgione here live and direct on WDNA 88.9 FM, also being simulcast on WVUM 90.5, live and direct from the Jazz Gallery here on Coral Way. And now we're going to have some messages from the station and come right back with another half to this beautiful set. Welcome back live and direct, WDNA 88.9, Sirius Jazz here, the Frost Jazz Hour on Thursday mornings. It's my pleasure to join you. I'm Philip Capuzzi, stepping in for Marcello Corelli, now my second week after Manny Achazabal came through and graced us with his original music alongside Dave Shiverton, Tal Cohen, and Dion Kerr. But here this morning, we've just heard the first set from Makayla Forgione, incredible vocalist originally from Palm Beach and now down here in Miami for the past 4 years. And Makayla, I wanted to talk a little bit more later, but for the time being, let's just enjoy some more music.
Dream and love forever stands, or is this a vision in my mind? The law was never passed, but somehow all men feel they're truly free at last. Have we really gone this far through space and time? Or is this a vision in my mind? Are green, they only turn to brown when autumn comes around. I know just what they'll say. Today is not yesterday, and all things have an ending. But what I'd like to know is, could a place like this exist so beautiful? Or do we have to find our wings and fly vision in our minds. I'm not one who make believes. I know that leaves are green. They only turn to brown when autumn comes around. I know just what they'll say. Today is not yesterday, and all things have an ending. But what I'd like to know is, could a place like this exist so beautiful? Or do we have to find our wings and fly away to the vision in our minds? Thank you.
Wow, incredibly breathtaking rendition of Visions by Stevie Wonder, originally off his 1973 record Inner Visions, here live and direct on WDNA 88.9 FM, the Frost Jazz Hour, every Thursday from 11 a.m. until 12 noon. And this morning we are absolutely blessed to have Makayla Forgione live and direct here from the Jazz Gallery alongside Tim Watson on guitar, who joined her for that duo a moment ago, Chris Seagraves, who joined her for the duo tune before the bottom of the hour, and Brahm Masla on drums. And now we're going to move on with tune Green Eyes.
Secure, but I can't help it. My mind says move on. My heart lags behind, but I don't love you anymore. I'm so insecure. I never knew that love did this. Ooh. this way about somebody. You done something to my mind, and I can't control it. But I don't love you anymore. Yes, I do. I think having you is wrong. Do-do. I'm so confused. You try to trick me. Insecure, love has got me sore. I just want no more.
Wow. Woo! Incredibly powerful stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. Makayla Forgione, live and direct here on WDNA 88.9 FM, the Frost Jazz Hour, every Thursday from 11 a.m. until 12 noon, also being simulcast on 90.5 FM. That's Makayla Forgione on vocals, Tim Watson on guitar, Chris Seagraves on bass, and Brahm Masla on drums. So before we take the set out, Makayla, I wanted to ask you, actually all four of you guys and myself as well, just recently graduated from Frost after 4 years of some incredible music making and interfacing with different musicians. So I'm just curious, since this last year was excessively odd for obvious reasons, how does graduation feel? We were at least able to, enjoy a commencement, unlike, unfortunately, the class of last year. But myself, it's taken some time to kind of settle in. So I'm just curious kind of what your experience has been post-graduation. And congratulations, of course, to all of you.
Thanks, you too. It's honestly pretty surreal. The past year that we've had feels like the trajectory of everybody's lives just paused. So now that things are starting to get back on track, it feels a little clunky, I would say. But I'm really excited for the next step and to continue making music. So,
yeah, and on that note, what do you think your next steps are going to be? Do you have plans for any recording projects, any gigs that the people can see you at playing around in the future weeks or months?
Well, actually, a week from today, I will be moving to Long Beach, California, to pursue my master's degree out there in jazz vocal performance. So. Maybe not anything here for the next week, but hopefully more opportunities out there.
Awesome. Yeah, congratulations on that,
Thank
by the
you.
way. And you heard it here on 88.9. You guys got to fly across the country to catch Makayla Forgione. So book those tickets sooner rather than later. Speaking of music, though, I wanted to mention Tim Watson and Brahm Masla are going to be at Lanyap House tonight with Kelly Schenk and Marty Quinn playing some of Kelly's music. So if any of you listeners are pining for an opportunity to engage in music listening, tonight is the night, basically. So let's get back into the music. I believe you have a couple more tracks to share with us here this fine, rainy Thursday morning on 88.9 FM, also being simulcast on 90.5. And just quickly before we get back into the music, if any of you listeners have the financial means to support the station, support beautiful programs like this from continuing on, you can go to WDNA.org. You can become a sustaining member, which once we start allowing audiences back into the gallery, will grant you access to events like these. And there's a bunch of other really incredible perks that you can receive in return for your donation to the station. And you'll also be joining the huge WDNA family and, like I said, supporting amazing programs like this. So with that, let's get back into the music.
Without a single tear, we can't just walk away as if it never happened. Our kind of love has never talked in whispers. So if it's time to go, let's do it right and go out backward glance? Have all our feelings died the moment love was over? Well, not in me, 'cause I still feel you in my soul. So I will leave you tenderly or bitterly, but not like this. But not like this, without a backward glance. Have all our feelings died the moment love was over? Well, not in me, 'cause I still feel you in my soul. So I will leave you tenderly or bitterly, but not like this.
Wow, incredibly beautiful as always. Makayla Forgione, duo alongside Tim Watson on guitar. You're listening to WDNA 88.9 FM, Sirius Jazz here on Thursday morning. Every morning from 11 a.m. until 12 noon, you're going to be listening to different musicians that are either currently enrolled at the Frost School of Music or have in the past been enrolled at Frost. Any sort of connection to the school here at WDNA, we want to celebrate that and give them an opportunity to perform live here on the air, share their music, and share their story, like last week with Mania Chazabal, and now this week with Makayla Forgione, and next week looking forward to Aaron Libos. But for the time being, I believe you guys have one more tune for us, which is going to be a duo from Makayla Forgione, and then on bass, Chris Seagraves one more time. Thanks so much to the listeners for joining us, and also for the audience for joining us on livestream.com or youtube.com. And for those listeners that weren't aware, we are live streaming these performances every Thursday from 11 to 12, and also the FIU Music Hour as well. But without further ado, thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Philip Capuzzi. Absolutely chuffed to be able to have the opportunity to listen to this music and share the story of the artists creating it. So without further ado, let's close out the show.
I took a trip on a train and I thought about you. I crossed a shadowy lane and I thought about you. streams. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam the same old dream. And every stop that we made, I thought about you. But when